Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today we have the TCL Flip 3. This device is supposed to be an upgrade over the TCL Flip 2, but it's not really that big of an upgrade. It does have some nicer features, but it also has some significant drawbacks, which we'll discuss in just a second. First, let's address the frequently asked questions. The TCL Flip 3 runs on KaiOS and includes a limited app store. Sadly, it does not have WhatsApp for those of you that need it, but it does come with a browser, Google Maps, and a voice recorder. It also has KaiOS voice assistant Kaiva, which you can use for queries, navigating the browser, or messaging, which we'll get to in just a second. The main drawback of this device, in my opinion, is the build quality. It does feel nicer than the TCL Flip 2, but the TCL Flip 2 was a $20 device. I was not expecting a lot from it. The TCL Flip 3 is priced at $99. While it does have a very nice matte finish and ergonomic design, the keys are a little bit larger than expected. They have a nice rubberized feel, but for $99, I don't think there is that big of a difference in the build quality to warrant the price of the device. The internal upgrades, however, are worth $99. The device runs smoothly because KaiOS uses very little resources. With 1 gig of RAM, it opens everything quickly and efficiently. It has 16 gigs of storage and supports up to 512 gigs of SD card expansion. In my experience, it's best if you stay around 256, however, just because it may slow down things and the 1 gig of RAM may not be able to keep with such a large library of music or other images or other files that you may have in a 512 gig SD card. However, the device does have some nice features, especially when it comes to group text messaging. It has been completely fixed for KaiOS 3.1. It does have group text messages, and it does have a voice assistant with Kaiva that you can use for speech to text. Here I'm talking to the Kaiva assistant, and it's not going to process because you do have to give it a little bit of time to process and maybe not say full 5-on sentences while you're trying to compose a message. 1 or 2 sentences, and then you stop, you correct whatever you have to correct, if you have to correct it, and then you can move on. The device supports 3 languages, French, Spanish, and English. While it does not have the widest selection, it should be sufficient for most users here in the United States. The texting ability, while it is basic, it is nice to use with ABC and predictive text modes that allow you to use different ways of composing a text for either one-to-one or group communication. The camera is basic and nothing special. It's serviceable for sharing a picture or two here and there, or maybe something that you actually need to share. A sample of the quality is presented to you right now on this video, and hopefully you can judge, that it's not going to be the best camera in the world. The only significant issue that I found during my testing was the battery life, which is one of the main reasons why I'm concerned about this price of $99. Many users, including myself, have experienced that the battery drains within a day or two. Usually, KaiOS devices last 3 or 4 days, and this is disappointing, especially compared to the TCL Flip 2. The TCL Flip 2 used to last me 2 days at the very least, going into the 3rd and sometimes into the 4th day, and that was using Android. With KaiOS, you're using way less resources, but the battery life, for some reason, is not fixed, or something happened in this version of KaiOS, and it needs to be patched. So as of right now, this device is only getting 1 day, maybe 2 of battery life. The TCL Flip 3 comes with Google Maps, though it only provides directions and not turn-by-turn navigation. So you'll be able to input your direction and where you want to go, and you'll be able to find it quickly, but it's not going to guide you turn-by-turn because of how the device works. Now, it does have a store, although it is small, but it does have utilities like Easy Translate and offline maps. You can also install additional apps from the store, such as PodLP, which is a podcasting app that runs pretty smoothly and is one of my tester apps when I try to test KaiOS devices. The device does have a good library of apps. Some of them are useful, some of them are not, but they're not going to be great distractions like those that you find on a smartphone, just because of that battery life issue, and also because it doesn't have all of the processing power that smartphones do have. At $99, the TCL Flip 3 may not be worth the price for what you get right now. There are better devices that offer more customization. However, if you're on Verizon and looking for a simple phone that is distraction-free with a couple of smart features, this might be an option for you. Its build quality is not top-notch, but it compensates with the essentials like Google Maps and Kaiva. It also has a basic YouTube browser, though the experience isn't great. so it's very unlikely that it's going to be super addictive. So again, it's kind of like a 3 out of 5 phone where it does some things very well, call quality, messaging, very basic things, but it's not going to excel at some of the distractions or other areas that are more problematic for smartphone users that are trying to cut back on their usage. Now, if you're on T-Mobile or AT&T, you may have different options, especially if you're on T-Mobile, you have the KS22 and Kyocera devices, which are way, way better than this device. And even here on Verizon, you have the Kyocera DuraXV line of devices, which is more expensive, but way better build quality and better usage over time. If you have any questions about this device or any of the other devices that I have reviewed, make sure to leave a comment below and I'll be interacting with you guys. Thank you for your support. I'll see you in the next video.